little bit, maybe. Okay, maybe. Oh, I don't know whether you've missed me, but last weekend I couldn't do a live video because I had no broadband. Someone, unfortunately, had a medical issue whilst driving and drove into a car and then into the telegraph pole and sent the pole leaning over, breaking a lot of cables, and people, in fact one person is still without their broadband as far as I know, even though it's now about 10 days. So we've had quite a week. Apart from that, I've had my 90th birthday and a few celebrations, and somebody knocked my wall down with their car. Not too badly. They're going to put it right. They've already given me all their details and taken photos, and they're going to get a builder to put it back up. So that's fine. Slight damage to their car. It was when they were backing in the driveway to my next door neighbour. I've got a dividing wall between myself and them, and they slightly backed into it, not too fast, just slowly, but it was enough to knock a hole in it. And well, I was going to say to you that I've noticed that some of you don't last the whole video to the end. And is it because I do the 3 tunes out of the filing cabinet at the earlier part of the session, and that maybe is not what you want and you depart, or whether in fact I should do it at the end and play some tunes at the beginning? I don't know. Maybe in the comments, especially on YouTube comments, I would appreciate you letting me know what you think. Meanwhile, I will press a few buttons here and set something up. I think that's okay. So, I don't know. I've had a request for Look for the Silver Lining, made a request by Brian. No idea what key that's in actually. This little book of mine, which is I bought it way back in the late 50s, early 60s, and it lists a whole lot of stuff in here. Names of tunes, what you should play them as, what key, what's the start note, all sorts of stuff. Look for the silver lining. Look for the silver lining. Start note is G. It's in the key of E flat. Well, I'll try it in the E flat, and it says it's a quick step. So if you were playing a B flat clarinet, you would play it in the key of hold on, I've lost my place now. If you were playing a B flat clarinet, you'd be playing it in, where's the tune gone off? Oh, there it is. You'd be playing it in the key of F. I would be playing it in the key of E flat. I don't understand why that's always been the case, where the key is different for different instruments. No one's ever explained that one to me. Tempo. Well, I'm not even sure I can play it yet. Let's see if I can. for A Silver Lining, played in E flat. No idea what year it was originally published, and that was for Brian, who requested it. Not sure whether I've got any other requests at the moment, so I'll play another couple of tunes just in case you're not really all that interested in me doing the cabinet ones, you know, the old tunes that I don't know. There's a lot of tunes I don't know anymore. And let's see if we could do a samba, maybe. Yeah, okay, let's try a little samba, maybe. Hopefully it won't be too... Where is it? Have I missed? Oh, I've reorganised a few things on here. You might have noticed the choir that I seem to have got interested in using for the moment. They don't sing words. Although if I plugged a microphone in, I've got a vocoder on here, so that if I was to sing, I can arrange it to sing as a choir if I wanted to, but I'm not going to sing. I tried singing the other day in the shower, and it was pretty awful. I think a lot of cats went running off. Samba. Don't know what I'm doing quite. Took a long time to stop. Okay, that was a tune made famous by somebody called Carmen Miranda, who used to dance and sing with, looked like a massive fruit bowl on her head. Usually seen in very old pictures years and years ago, and the tune was called I Love You Very Much. Why that came to my head, I do not know. But these strange tunes do pop into my head. Something else I might play for you. Try this one. Bing Crosby made this famous years and years ago. Hope I can play it. Don't know what key it's in. I'll try it in F maybe. Whoops. Hold on. Forgotten to set this up. Press that button, and that one, and that one. I'm going to change the key to C. I think that's better. Not because it's necessarily easier to play in the key C, because it isn't always. To be honest, you can find it just as difficult to play in the key C as any other key if you know your stuff. Anyway, right, so. The music to that song. The only reason why I played it and it came into my head is because I heard it the other day on a radio station called Serenade Radio. It's an internet radio station, so you can only get it on the internet. Serenade Radio it's called, and they do play an awful lot of old kinds of music, although on Sunday morning they play all 60s, a lot of 60s stuff, but they usually go back further than that unless somebody like Tony Bennett had made a 1970s recording, and then they'll play that kind of thing. But otherwise it's usually back in the 50s kind of music, 30s and 40s, and occasionally even further back in the 20s. Anyway, right, so if we do this out of the cabinet now, the first one I've got in front of me is one called the Dicky Bird song, and no, it is not the one that goes. This is completely different. It's the Dicky Bird song from the film The Birds and the Bees. This was given to me by somebody called S. Walker. No idea. People used to give me pieces of music with their signature on, just so that if they ever got mixed up with somebody else's, they could say, I bought that, that's mine. The Dicky Bird song. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, and it came from the film The Birds and the Bees, starring Janet MacDonald, Jose Iturbi and Jane Powell, and it was in glorious Technicolor, and it was in 1947. So, well, I think the film came out in 48 actually, but I've got copyright on here, Robin's Music, 1947, Dickie Bird song. I think it will probably go something like this in the key of B flat. Whoops, that should be an F. I'm not looking at my fingers. Hold on a minute. I should have played an A flat, I didn't. Just go back slightly. I've left out an E flat. There is a verse on the back here. It's mostly piano playing and a very dull little bit that goes so that should have been an F. That should be an E flat, but I didn't play an E flat. Right, okay. Whoa. Now, if I put my music up on the music stand, I can't see the chords that are in there. Right. have to move this along a bit because I can't see it from that distance. Okay, so where was I? Missing out an E flat every now and then, I don't know why. Okay, let's try it now with a bit of rhythm. E flat, okay. Too good really. A couple of times I keep leaving that E flat out and then I accidentally went and changed key. I didn't mean to, but it was the way I played one of the chords wrong and it led it into a different key. My fault entirely, but you get the idea. I don't think it was ever a hit, but I really don't know. It goes back too far back in my memory and I don't remember it at all. Now this next one is also pretty old, I can tell you. It's got a little, a strange lyric in a way, because it goes, "Dearie, do you remember when we waltzed to the Sousa band? My, wasn't it music grand? Life was so romantic and peaceful in those old-fashioned days. Test your memory, my dearie." And it's got a little catch at the end, no turnover. It finishes up with a sort of, "Well, dearie, you're much older than I. If you remember, do you remember? If you remember, well, dearie, you're much older than I." So it's got a little twist to the storyline. In the key of F. Written in 1950, made famous by the Five Smith brothers on radio, of course, and on Parlophone Records. And here's a picture of Dearie with the Smiths, the Five Smith brothers. Don't know whether you can see that too well. I'm never quite sure how well you can see these things until I play it back to myself. I hope this is still working, because I could be talking to myself again. Right, it's similar tempo to what I've just did. Right, let's have a go. Let's just go straight into it. Looks fairly simple. Sorry, there's a button pushed down here that shouldn't be. Okay. that caught me out. Theory. Bit tricky at times, but we did it. And this third one out of the cabinet this week is December 1963. That's not when it was written, but it's the title, also known as Oh, What a Night. Made popular by the Four Seasons. Way back, if you like to sort of say way back, it was only 1975. In 1975 we had the Four Seasons on the cover of this tune, and I don't know whether I'm going to get through this because it's multiple pages, lots of turnovers, turned back to another page, and I can just tell you that basically it's going to be something like, wow, it's in 5 flats. That means it's an A flat, isn't it? I think that's right, A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, maybe not. Right. Q, B, D, D. I'm having trouble with this one. Oh, I've got such small print on here. D flat. Actually, I think I'm in the key of D flat, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's D flat. It's D flat. I'm not going to be able to do this. not while I'm actually live at the moment. I must have played it at some time because I've got holes in. I've got tiny holes in the copy, so it would have been in my folder at the time, way back in the 70s, to play it. But I don't know why, but it's totally gone out of my head and I can't read it too well. Yeah, okay. Don't like playing that high up no keyboard and that squeaky sound. It should be a rock beat, but I'll just try this. Is the basics of the start of it, and then I have to start turning pages over. So anyway, I'm going to leave that one for this time. Somebody likes to have a go at it. That's how it starts, and it's called December 1963. Oh, what a night in brackets. And I've given up on that for the moment. What are we going to do now? I don't know. Tyros Blue Moon, of course. Can't tell anything more about it. Except I just played it in the key of F. Did I start in any other key? I can't remember. I think I played it in the key of F. No, hold on. I think I may have started it in C or something. I don't know. Anyway, finishing up in the key of F. And I've also forgotten to tell you that today is the 2nd of February 2004, and that I started this little session somewhere around about 5:45, I think, because it's now coming up to just gone 6:15 in the UK, United Kingdom. And I forgot to welcome you all from all the various parts of the world. I know there's a lot of you out there, over 1,000 subscribers now, which is most appreciated. But if you're on Facebook, I do this first of all on Facebook. If you hit the likes, that's very much appreciated. If you can share it, I'd appreciate it. And if you're on YouTube, hit the likes, subscribe. Subscribing is most important. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. Some of you are on there and you put likes and you make comments, but you don't subscribe for some reason. I just don't know why that happens. But if you do subscribe, it is very much appreciated because it doesn't cost you anything. I do get a little bit of money, but it's only pence, more or less. Sometimes I have to share it because I play copyright stuff, and somebody like Sony, for example, a couple of weeks ago came up and said, we want a share of what you're earning on the advertising. And it is the advertising that pays for it all, but it's only ever pence. I've earned somewhere in the region of about £5, which I won't get until it reaches £60, and that's been since the beginning of December. So I'm not going to make any fortunes at it. Anyway, I better go because I don't know how long I've been on here, and I think I've probably overdone my welcome maybe. So I hope this is recorded. Have a good week, everybody. Hope I don't get any more exciting times, but it has been difficult to get my broadband back, but my broadband provider did everything they could to reinstall everything, but it was mainly down to BT in the end, British Telecom, as it used to be known. Okay, I'm at the back of my phone. I'm going to push finish, and I'm going to give you my silly little wave and say bye-bye, everyone. Hopefully see you next week, and don't forget those likes and subscribes. Bye for now. Bye.